During our family camping trip, the woods were too quiet. The fire crackled, my son's marshmallows sagged from its stick, and my wife disappeared into the dark to collect wood. She had taken too long, I knew it. But it was my son who broke the silence first. He leaned close, his small voice pressed against the night. "Dad, we need to leave, now." My heart skipped. I studied his face, white with fear, lips trembling, eyes fixed on the tent behind me. "Why?" I asked. He didn't answer with words. He only raised his hand and pointed. Toward the flap of the tent. Toward the shadows inside. I pulled the zipper. The fabric rasped like a blade. The beam of my flashlight fell into the space we had slept in hours earlier. And I froze. Completely. My chest locked. My blood turned cold. I didn't think. I grabbed my son, lifted him against me, and ran. My breath was ragged. Branches clawed at my arms. My son clung to my shirt as I shoved him into the car and turned the key with trembling hands. We drove without speaking, the woods receding in the rear view, the tent shrinking into darkness. But the silence didn't end when we got home, because something was waiting for us there, and the moment I saw it, I understood everything. I had ignored the signs for months. The late nights, the hollow laughter, the way her eyes never quite settled on me anymore. I told myself it was exhaustion, that marriage bends but doesn't break, that I could hold us together by sheer will. But the camping trip stripped away my denial. On the kitchen table sat a box, plain, brown, ordinary, yet placed with intention, as though she wanted me to open it. Inside, photographs. Not of landscapes or family smiles. These were personal, intimate. Her. Another man. His face blurred in shadows, but the outline was there. A body too familiar. A rhythm I recognized, but wasn't mine. My son slept upstairs. I stood there with the pictures in my hands, my heart hollow, my throat dry. Everything tilted. Years of trust cracked in an instant. And in that silence, one truth took root in me. My wife was a stranger. I didn't confront her, not yet. Confrontation is an explosion. Explosions leave debris. I wanted precision. I wanted clarity. So I became a shadow in my own home. Her phone, left on the counter, became a book I read in fragments. Texts deleted, but never fully gone. I recovered them quietly. Messages dripping with the kind of intimacy she had once given me. His name appeared, once. A slip. Enough to follow. I ordered a DNA kit under the guise of ancestry curiosity. Swabbed my son when he thought it was a game, sent it away with steady hands. Nights I lay beside her, my breath even, my body calm, while inside I was a storm pressed behind glass. She whispered good night. I whispered nothing. Every detail sharpened into evidence. A trail she thought invisible, now etched into my mind with surgical precision. I didn't rage. I didn't crumble. I studied, calculated, waited. Because I already knew the truth. I only needed confirmation. The envelope came on a Tuesday. Plain, white, unassuming. I sat alone when I tore it open. The results didn't scream. They whispered. Clinical words on clinical paper. Numbers, percentages, cold statistics that sliced deeper than any knife. My son was mine. Blood proved it. But that wasn't the relief she thought it would be, because another paper, tucked beneath, carried the real weight. The private investigator's final report. Photographs sharper than the ones in the box. Her car outside a motel. Her face in another man's hands. Her lies captured frame by frame. That night, when she returned, I was waiting at the table. The papers spread before me like a surgeon's instruments. She stopped in the doorway, her eyes catching the images, the report, the truth laid bare. Her lips parted, a soundless gasp. "Sit," I said, my voice calm, flat. She did. No shouting, no tears, only the silence of someone watching their carefully built world collapse. I slid the DNA results toward her first. She touched them, hesitant. Relief flickered in her eyes when she saw the truth. "Yes," I said quietly, "he's mine." The words cut sharper than denial, because they stripped away her last excuse. Then I placed the photographs on top. Her face, his face, the motel, the undeniable. Her hands trembled. She tried to speak. I raised a hand. She fell silent. "I already knew," I said. "The night in the woods. Our son saw something. Something that told me everything I needed to confirm." Her eyes widened. Fear now, not guilt. Fear of what I might do. But I didn't rage. I didn't break. I leaned closer, my voice steady, surgical. "You've lost everything without me raising my voice. That's your punishment. To sit there, knowing I won't scream, I won't beg, I won't fight. I'll just leave you with what you've done, and you'll live in it." I stood, gathered the papers, left them scattered like ashes. She reached for me, desperate. I pulled away as though her touch was fire. I tucked my son into bed that night, his small hand curled around mine, unaware of the storm outside his door. Downstairs, she sat alone at the table, shoulders hunched, broken in silence. I watched her for a long moment, not with love, not with hate, with nothing. That was the truest revenge. No words, no promises, no reconciliation, just absence. When I finally turned away, I knew there was no return. Some betrayals don't end with fire, they end with ice. And as I closed the door behind me, the last piece of warmth I ever felt for her went with it.